everybody. Welcome to the Geriatric Millennials. This is Beth.
And this is Jayme.
And we're just two oldish, youngish ladies reminiscing.
Yeah.
Which I love these little flashback episodes. How much can we remember? I
find them challenging, but good.
You always pull through. This one's interesting because we're flashing back to the year 2002, which when we've done these before, it's always been the 90s, the 80s, when we were like kids, which we basically were still kids in 2002.
I know. I was trying to think, how old was I? I turned 22.
Yeah. I turned
also 22. Same year.
But basically 21 the whole year. However, like it's weird to think about 2002 being like, I don't know, a gajillion years ago now, because like it feels like it was 10 years ago. Like it was just around the corner. And it is absolutely not. So I created a list of like popular TV shows, movies. There's all kinds of stuff. It was weird. This is the first time I didn't do toys because like, we weren't playing with toys this time around. I did some fashion trends. So some of the stuff I remember what I put, some of them I don't. So it's kind of just a little bit of everything. We're going to just see how much we can remember, what it invokes, what it brings back, and whatever.
I love
and
it.
Just as a reminder, we're not singing the songs because we don't want to get copyright infringement.
Okay, that's right. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Anywho.
And you prepared a little thing on this iPad again.
I made a slideshow.
Did I just tap it?
You just slide up gently.
1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton.
Mm-hmm.
What is this song? I'm sure I know it. You can't sing it.
I can say it though. If you think I would cross 1,000 miles just to see you tonight, that's not the lyrics. But she's on a piano playing it in the streets.
I don't think I know this song.
Okay. I secretly sang to Jayme off camera.
Okay, I do know it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's very like that girl pop of that time that was like not like the Britney Spears pop. It was like the alternative girl pop, but was still very pop.
I am trying to remember where I lived when I was 22 or turned 22.
Mm-hmm. I was living in Chicago.
I think I was living in Canada. I think this was the year that I was dating that guy that I moved to Saskatchewan.
You were a hockey puck.
No.
Not the Canadian.
No,
not the.
No, that was when I was in high school.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, this is the one who we were pretty serious.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he even gave me a promise ring.
Oh.
And then it turns out that he was living a double life and found out. Yeah. After we broke up, shortly after we broke up, because I was just like, what's the deal? Like we couldn't ever talk about the future and like.
Because he already had a future.
Well.
With someone else?
No.
Oh, okay. A different kind of double life. Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Turns out that he was more interested in guys than girls.
Got it. Yeah.
Which is like totally fine, but like I guess he didn't want to be, but he was. And so it was just, never communicated that with me. And so anyway, that's another episode.
Okay,
let's do an episode on that one day.
Yes.
But all that to say, I think that's where I was living.
Okay.
Dating this guy.
I'm glad that this invoked that memory for you.
Okay. Moving on. And I didn't own a TV.
Oh,
I lived on my own. I had an apartment. I didn't have a TV.
That tracks.
So I probably haven't seen any of these TV shows. First one on the list being Firefly. No idea.
This is a series that lasted for basically like it got canceled even before the first like season was done. But it's like one of the all-time best like sci-fi shows. It's like a sci-fi show.
Why did it get canceled then?
Well, I don't think so. Is what I remember is that like the network didn't really understand how to like market the show, and I believe they like actually ran the episodes out of order, so like the first episode really should have been like the 5th episode, and they just kind of messed it up. But it's like one of those one that lives in infamy, like because it was so good. The creator is slightly problematic, so that's kind of annoying, but it's like a Western set in space, so it's really good. It had like a movie that came after it, which I saw the movie first years ago, and then I was like, I didn't realize it was a series, and watched the series and loved it. So it's really good.
It makes me think of Firefly Lane, which is completely different and not from however many years ago this was. But
but
it's good.
Yeah, it's a good one if you like sci-fi.
Okay, Firefly. Okay, Flashback, 2002, Heartthrobs, Eminem. Oh my gosh,
Eminem, baby.
Yeah.
He was the Slim Shady. I
liked his songs. I never was like,
he's
like super cute. He's just
like
so
crushing.
Angry all the time.
Yeah, I liked his music for sure.
He just looked like he's mad.
Yeah, he was. Mad. He was getting it out, therapy.
Yeah,
but
he was.
Yeah.
Movies, A Walk to Remember. That's a freaking sad show.
A Walk to Remember is devastating.
So sad. I don't even remember. Doesn't somebody just die?
Yeah.
Like
Spoiler
the end?
alert. Yes.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
You're going to be sad.
It's about Mandy Moore's character, who's like this nerdy Christian, wholesome girl, Janie, and this bad boy. He has to like do community service, and part of it is like he has to be in like the school play or something, and like she's in it and she sings and it's amazing. And but yeah, she has like cancer, and they end up like.
Don't they fall in love and then she dies?
She tells him like, don't fall in love with me. And he's like, I'm not going to fall in love with you. And then he falls in love with her, and she has like a bucket list, remember? And she's like, get a tattoo. And so he gets her like a fake tattoo, and then like be in two places at once. And he takes her to like the state border or something like that. Like very cute. And then there's a lot of animosity from his like cool friend group, because why is he hanging out with her? And then they get married, and then she dies, and he becomes a doctor.
It's a terrible
movie. It's a movie that if you just need to cry, just cry. There's actually a trend right now on TikTok where geriatric millennials and millennials are showing their like teens these movies from when we were growing up and when we were like in those impressionable ages, and like kind of slyly like recording their like reactions to the drama and the trauma. And it's kind of hilarious because like you just are like, oh gosh,
I don't ever want to revisit this movie.
No, I own it, but it's not like. Yeah, it's definitely one that is when you just glutton for punishment.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
No thanks. Okay, songs. How You Remind Me by Nickelback. Oh my gosh, how does it go?
I don't know.
Is
it the look at the photograph one?
Pause.
Yeah, Jayme just sung it to me. I remember now. I was not a Nickelback girl.
Nah, same.
And and that was a really interesting season of that type of rock for it. It's very interesting. There's a few bands like that are very, what's the other one? Creed.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't Creed a crossover, kind of? Were they Christian? Or they're like borderline?
Maybe.
Oh, another heartthrob? Usher.
Yeah. USHER. I wasn't like, Usher was too ripped for me. I like a little pudgy guy. So, and he always had like a massive six pack, but he had the moves. He could dance.
For sure.
Yeah. I really like that song, You Remind Me. Okay.
As opposed to How You Remind Me?
Yeah. What?
I'm gasping. The movie, The Ring. I know I watched it.
Terrifying.
I know it was terrifying. I don't remember what it was, and I don't want to remember.
I had a friend visiting me in Chicago, and we watched it on, I had a DVD player by that time. And I was just like next to them, like with my blanket over my face. I was so scared.
Is this the one with the girl, like the girls?
The girl that comes out of the well. And she like, you watch it.
Is she wearing a pink dress or a blue dress or something?
She's wearing like a white
brown
long
hair.
She's like the hair in front of her face. And she's like, it's the one where it's like, I think you watch a videotape of her and then it curses you and then she comes out of the TV and like kills you. Yeah. I don't know. It was a lot. Like I only watched it once. I didn't like it. And I like scary movies, but I didn't like that one. It was too much.
Yeah. Pop culture moment, a popular book, The Nanny Diaries. Ooh, I didn't read these.
You didn't read The Nanny Diaries?
No.
Oh, I read The Nanny Diaries when I was in college. It was cute. It wasn't like, it was very like of the chick lit era of that time. Like Shopaholic series and just stuff like that. It was very that.
Okay. I think I didn't read that much that year or like those years for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah. It was okay. I have vague memories.
Oh my gosh. A song, Hot in Here by Nelly.
Yes. That was such a vibe.
It still is.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you put it on right now, we would dance.
Of course we would. How could you not?
I just love that Nelly used to always have the Band-Aid on his face. Like he always, and it was always colored.
It's not even
to
a
match.
picture. It's not even a Band-Aid. It's literally a piece of tape.
Yeah. But it was like the little Band-Aid thing. Yeah. Wild. But that song is like, yeah. I still think I have that on a playlist. I think it's on my workout playlist.
It should be.
Yeah.
Should be if it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Another pop culture moment, popular fashion, super low-rise jeans.
Yeah.
It's coming back,
Kind of. I have not seen them as low as we were expected to wear them still. Like when people will say, these are low-rise jeans, I'm like, no, they're not. I can't see your mons pubis. Like it used to be hip bones out. Like you like your crack was like it was at the line of your crack.
It was, which was really unfortunate for those of us who had like somewhat of a butt.
Yeah.
Because it was always like an issue.
Yeah. It was the worst time.
And that was kind of the only jeans you could get. You couldn't really get anything that wasn't low rise.
I had to buy men's jeans. I had to buy jeans in like the Gap men's section to get anything that wasn't.
That's the only kind of jeans. Because now you have the option, right? You have the option of like high, mid, low.
No, it was
super low.
It was super low. And it was, again, like these were like 1 inch inseams.
That's what I was going to say. The zipper was
nothing.
like this.
It was awful.
It was like, what's the point of this?
Yeah. It was horrible.
So dumb.
Don't do it.
Don't like
Don't
it.
do it, ladies. It was rough.
Yeah. Let's not bring this back.
You don't want to be all torso. It's not that fun.
It isn't. Pop cultural moment. The Osbournes premiered on MTV.
Do you know who Ozzy Osbourne is?
I do. I didn't ever watch the show because, like I said, I didn't even have a TV.
Yeah.
But I do know who they are.
The show, like at the time, I think was pretty like revolutionary because it's like one of the first times you see inside the lives of celebrity like every day like that. And it was kind of wild.
That's cool.
I remember really liking it. And yeah, that's all I remember.
Okay, another heartthrob, Ben Affleck. Oh, absolutely.
2000's Ben Affleck. You met him?
Met him.
What?
I have a picture with him.
Why?
So he was filming a movie, and I think it was just a dumb movie. I don't even think I watched the movie. I think it was Reindeer Games.
Okay.
He was filming up in the town that I was in, and he was there, and I saw him, and I went and asked him to get a picture with him, and he said yes. And this is before cell phone. You couldn't take pictures
No, you had to have
with
a
your
camera.
phone, and we somehow... Someone had a camera. I have a picture with him. He was still in makeup from his scene. And so he's all like he has blood and stuff on him. But I totally have a picture with him. And he is a lot taller than I expected. He's actually pretty tall.
Yeah.
And he was very cute.
Yes.
And I totally agree with this heartthrob.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of celebrity like, oh my gosh, Ben Affleck's one of them. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's a
so
he's a cute guy. Yeah.
So cute. I need to find that picture.
Yes, you do. Absolutely.
I'm sure I didn't throw that one away.
Yeah.
Movies, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Is that the first one?
That's the second one.
Oh, okay.
I've only seen 2 movies in the theater twice. One was The Truman Show because I went with somebody and then another group of friends were going. And the second was Lord of the Rings 2. And Lord of the Rings 2 was very long. And I just remember waking up for the parts I liked and then falling back asleep. But I watch Lord of the Rings still, the trilogy, all the time now. And I only watch director's cut, which makes it like 3-4 hours. Like it's crazy.
Wow.
But they hold up. It's like one of the, you think this movie is over 20 years old. It holds up. Like
I didn't watch
the
this
CGI
until later.
Yeah. I love it though. It's so good.
It is good. I don't remember it, but I remember that it was good.
Yeah. it's one of, out of the 3, this one's my favorite.
Okay.
And if I could, I know I've watched it more than 50 times. Like,
oh my
it's
gosh.
ridiculous.
That's actually
It's
cool.
one of my nighttime movies to like unwind to.
Okay, a song, Foolish by Ashanti.
I used to love Ashanti. I liked all of her songs. I like her and Ja Rule together. She was like and it's weird because like, I think she did a lot of like J-Lo's backgrounds and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like there's a lot of controversy on like who was singing how much and whatever. But she's making a comeback because her and Nelly are together now. They're having a baby.
Oh, what?
Yeah, like I guess they dated and then broke up and like got back together. And now they have like their own show on Hulu or something or Peacock. I don't know.
Have you watched it?
No, but I remember just seeing it like it's coming out. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the new TV show, Bachelor Season 1 came out that year?
Yeah. Are you a Bachelor girl?
No, I never watched it. I kind of know the premise, but no, I never watched it.
The only season I watched, like actually watch was the Firestone. The guy's name was, I think, Andrew Firestone, maybe. I don't really remember. But it's like, I just didn't like The Bachelor. I know there's like a whole Bachelor Nation, like, love it that you guys are passionate about it, woohoo. But it's very like, I didn't like it like, he's dating this girl and the girl. I didn't like it dating all at the same time, the same person. I didn't like it.
You mean one person dating
all those
a bunch of
girls,
people.
at the same time.
Yeah.
It just wasn't my thing, but I know you get a rose, whatever.
Yeah. Pop culture moment, a popular book, The Lovely Bones. I actually did read that.
So I watched the movie. But
horrible.
Yeah. Awful.
Isn't this from the perspective of some kid that was like kidnapped and murdered and is like buried?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And like in the movie, they never find her. And it was awful. Like I hated that movie. I was like, I think
I hated the book.
Yeah. I was like, no, thank you. I
don't know why I read it.
Yeah. It was very popular, but
I think part of it, why I hated it so much is and I still do, is because I don't want to think about a kid getting murdered.
Yeah.
That's why I can't watch all those like crime solving shows and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. If there's ever a kid involved, I'm like, no,
you're out. Yeah.
I will not.
Yeah. I just remember I don't like stuff like that doesn't have like resolution or justice. And I don't remember having that. And I hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not recommend.
Okay.
Another heartthrob, Justin Timberlake.
So I was not an NSYNC girly or a Backstreet girly, and I definitely wasn't like a Justin Timberlake. If I had to pick one, it would have been JC, I think. But I don't remember liking them like that. Like I liked their songs and stuff, some of them, but I wasn't like a diehard fan.
And then I read Britney Spears' book.
Ooh,
and he was not a very good person to her.
Nope.
According to that book.
Yeah.
And I don't know her, and I don't know his side of things, but he sounded like a big jerk.
Yeah. I really stopped liking him after the Janet Jackson incident for the Super Bowl and how she took all this blame and he kind of just didn't really stick up for her in a way, is my recollection, allegedly. Please don't sue me, Justin Timberlake. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like he's tried to have a comeback this last year and it's fallen a little flat, but whatever.
Yeah. Okay, another one, Flashback, 2002, popular video game, The Sims. I do remember this. This was like building a town and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
with people, and you like controlled them and stuff. I loved it. Like I would play it was very college of me on my iMac, which was not like, was the old iMacs were like they were huge. They looked like jumbo TV screens, and mine was bright orange. And I would sit and do these like marathon sim sessions like on the weekends.
I think I'm thinking of SimCity. But SimCity was the one where you're building towns. Yeah. Okay.
But the Sims, it's like inside those cities are the people that you're controlling. Oh. And I always made it like these houses where people couldn't escape and like they would die and
that sounds
couldn't
terrible.
use the bathroom. It was like awful.
You did that on purpose?
Yeah. There's a lot. Like Sims is still popular, and there's people that have I was watching this girl, she had a whole channel on YouTube and she made up a drama about these Sims characters and was like acting them out, and it was very riveting. I was like, wow, I wish I was that creative. But yeah, Sims were a big thing. And now you look back at it, it was so like the graphics and everything were so horrible compared to
now.
What we have now, of course. And it's just oh wow. We were struggling.
For sure. Okay, movies, My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Absolutely watched that and loved it and thought it was great.
I thought it was so good.
I always remember the scene where she has her headset on and she's like walking and all of a sudden the cord yanks her head back. And then also the quote about the mom says about how the man is the head of the family, but the woman is the neck, and we turn the head whichever way we want it to go. And I was like, that stuck with me.
I think it's funny now because I think in the movie she's like 30, like just 30 or something.
Yeah,
and
she's like, she's this old
spinster. And I'm like, girl, wow. Things have changed though. I mean, again, people are getting married older and older and whatever, but it's just kind of funny to think about somebody at 30 being like, my life is over, I'm not married.
Yeah.
I mean, she had other issues too, but.
Yeah. New TV show, American Idol.
Yeah.
That's when it came out?
That's when it premiered, yeah.
That's so cool.
That's like...
That's still around.
I know.
Still happening, isn't it? I think.
I think so, yeah. I haven't watched for years and years.
Or has it gotten taken over with like America's Got Talent or something?
I think American Idol's still on. I don't think any of the original like people are on it anymore. I think last I heard about it, Katy Perry was a judge, but I don't think that's anymore. I have no idea. But that's the year Kelly Clarkson won, and I feel like she's like the biggest star that came out of that.
Oh,
like,
she's, yeah. So
phenomenal.
She was from the first year.
She was the first winner,
season.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember watching that religiously, and like, I never voted, but I remember watching that. I remember watching American Idol for at least like the first like 3 or 4 years, like really being into it and like not missing. And then it kind of just
And you
shifted.
never voted? I never did either. Well, here's the thing. This makes me think of reviews.
Yeah.
Do you ever leave reviews?
Not typically. Like very rarely.
But you read them?
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Same. And I'm like, why am I trusting people that, because like none of the people that I know that I've ever asked have said that they leave reviews. So I'm like, who are the people leaving reviews?
But here's the thing. I think some of us are lurkers and some of us are participators. Some people really like to be in online communities and post, and you know what I mean? Like I know people, they post on social media a lot. They'll comment on other people's stuff. They build community that way. I think that's beautiful. I don't. Like I've been on Reddit for like years, like over a decade. And I very rarely will give anybody even an upvote. I very rarely like even heart stuff on Instagram, really, like as much as I'm on it, or on TikTok. Like I'm just a lurker.
Yeah, okay.
It's fine.
I'm apparently trusting all these people who like to participate.
Yeah.
And I don't know them.
It's okay though, because I think that people that like to participate, you know?
Okay.
They have an opinion, and I'm glad they're like to express
it. I'm going
to
take their opinion into my account,
Absolutely.
and base my decision on theirs.
Yes.
Isn't that weird that we do that?
No. It's
okay,
fine.
Another heartthrob, Josh Hartnett.
Yeah.
I recognize him. I don't know what he was in, but
he was in a ton of stuff. He's in like The Faculty. He was in Pearl Harbor with Ben Affleck. He was in 40 Days and 40 Nights.
You have such a good memory.
I liked him. He was like, I thought he was super cute. I liked him too because like he kind of like, I think he walked away from Hollywood in the sense of like he's always been consistently working, but I think he lives not in LA, at least now. So you don't see him in the tabloids a lot, but he has a lot of movies that come out all the time and he's a good actor. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, another movie, Signs. Oh.
That was very scary.
Okay, I was thinking, okay, this is different than The Sixth Sense.
Yes.
Because doesn't it also have...
This is the one with aliens that come and they're doing crop circles.
Oh,
and I'll never forget because
I know I've seen it, but I have forgotten.
So we had a crop circle that happened in our town in Kennewick, Washington around this time. And I went to the movie theater and I saw a preview for Signs and they were showing all of these crop circles from all over the place. And Kennewick was one of them. And I was living in Chicago. So I was just like, oh my gosh, home. You know, like it was like a big deal when the crop circle happened. But yeah, I liked that movie. I liked it. It was fun.
I probably liked it.
Yeah.
I just forget it.
It was very suspenseful.
Okay, another song, Complicated by Avril Lavigne.
Oh my gosh, I still sing this song.
It's a good one. I actually nailed this one.
Yeah, it's very like girl anthem-y.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
It makes sense.
I also like the one where she's talking about it's a damn cold night trying to figure out this life. I think it's called I'm With You.
Okay.
And it's just this like, I just sing, like whenever I feel a little twinge of like nostalgia or like heartbreak or anything, that's one of my go-tos.
Avril Lavigne, her and Alanis Morissette.
Yeah.
I have them in the same category. Well, that was great. That was an awesome flashback.
There's a lot there.
Yeah, there is.
21 was different. It was fun. It was an interesting era.
Yeah.
It was the dawn of the new millennia. So,
well, and I was living in Canada, and so the legal drinking age was like 18 or 19.
mm-hmm.
And so it wasn't even like a big deal when I turned 21.
Yeah.
I don't even remember my 21st birthday.
I had like no friends because I worked and went to school and I went to a commuter school. So like there wasn't a central campus or anything. And most people like commuted in from other places. So like I forced some people that I knew in my film class to go have a beer with me. And I kept I just forced friendship on people. Like I remember I forced somebody else to go get a beer with me. And I got like, some of my first drinks were just like a Guinness. Stupid. Not a good first drink.
That was not a great choice.
An apple martini because I was obsessed with Sex in the City. Not a great choice for your first drink. And I didn't really drink in high school or anything. So I didn't have any tolerance or anything. So yeah, I 21 was not like a woohoo year for me. It was like, just keep working and going to school. Okay. It's fine. But anyway, 2002 was a good time. It would
be
different.
2002.
2002, which feels weird. Yeah. Ugh, it's so long ago.
I know. Hey, if you're enjoying this podcast and would like to support our show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram at the Geriatric Millennials, or leave us a positive review and rating, all which help us to grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost, so check out their latest album now. Thank you so much.